This news update is brought to you by...
Don't you deserve a little me time? Play catch up and binge watch full seasons of your favorite TV shows. Available on video on demand from Flow. Simply press the VOD button on your Flow remote. This is how we do TV. This is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today Evening Update for Thursday, February 25th, 2016. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. It's back to the drawing board for former CLICO executive Leroy Paris and his legal team. This after the High Court today delayed the judgment on his legal challenge. Paris and his lawyers are requesting that the court reverse an earlier ruling which ordered the insurance executive to refund the CLICO $3.3 million. The CLICO judicial manager, Deloitte, filed a challenge against Paris, alleging that he obtained the money from the insurance company in breach of trust and fiduciary duty. About 90 minutes after the matter began in the number 11 High Court this morning, the two parties emerged outside the chamber, where the attorney for the CLICO judicial manager, Ramon Allen, revealed that both sides had to correct filing issues. They are now to return to trial next Wednesday.
The court sought some housekeeping. The defendants had raised additional grounds on which they wanted to bring their application to strike out the default judgment. The court pointed out that they weren't originally filed in what they had filed, and if you want to rely on it, you need to put a proper full document before them. As such, that document is to be filed by Monday of next week, and any additional submissions within that same week, and then we are set for trial the week after. So
they give a definite date or just?
The definite date is what date is Wednesday? I think it's the Wednesday of the week after. I think it's the 9th, the afternoon of the 9th. The afternoon of the 9th. So nothing substantive yet. Basically both parties to correct filing issues, and then we get back to trial on the week of the 9th.
The increasing number of girls being sent to the government industrial school is causing this island's Attorney General serious concern. And not only that, Adriel Brathwaite is worried that the numbers are well over that of the males presently at the remedial institution. The AG's concerns follows the remand of 6 girls to the institution after they were reported missing last weekend. They were charged for wandering.
What should concern us as seniors in this society is the number of young girls in particular who are getting involved in deviant behavior. And I'm not saying this because of what I saw in the newspaper over the weekend. I'm saying this based on my analysis of what we're seeing at the government industrial school over the last 2 or 3 years. When I used to be at government industrial school over the years, boys were always in the majority. But we are seeing steadily, and in fact, as I speak to you tonight, there are more females in the government industrial school than males. And that is of significant concern to me.
Meantime, Brathwaite is hailing as a success efforts last year by police and other authorities to tackle cases of domestic violence. Brathwaite told the monthly meeting of the Men's Educational Support Association at the St. Michael's School last night there has been a drop in the number of cases of police intervention in domestic issues in 2015.
If one gauge the number of reports to the police in terms of domestic violence related reports, if one looked at the number of protection orders that were issued in association with the police, then and if one looked at the fact that only towards the end of the year there was one murder down St. Peter, somewhere down there, that young lady. So from that perspective, I think that last year on the domestic violence front can be seen as a success.
The parties involved in the wage dispute at the Grantley Adams International Airport today met with Chief Labour Officer Vincent Burnett. The matter was referred to Burnett by the airport's management for reconciliation after it was unable to reach a settlement with the National Union of Public Workers on a 3.5% wage increase. The union has made it clear that it is not backing down from its demands for the pay hike, although it is ready to meet with the necessary officials at the bargaining table. The Zika virus can have a negative impact on Barbados' tourism industry and that of its Caribbean neighbors. So warns the Director of Economics at the Caribbean Development Bank, Dr. Justin Ram. So far, a number of countries, including Bridgetown, have recorded cases of the mosquito-borne virus. Addressing the CDB's annual conference yesterday, Dr. Ram called for a more comprehensive approach by regional governments to counteract this threat.
What is required? Just thinking about it at the surface. For aircraft, vessels coming from outside the region to the region, we need to ensure that these aircraft cabins are sprayed. I can tell you that coming back to the region recently from outside, from other countries, that is not happening. Why is that? If we have such a threat, we need to be actually acting very, very quickly to ensure that that threat doesn't reach us here. And of course, there needs to be a much more comprehensive approach to it, and governments across the region need to come together to ensure that this particular threat does not materialize in a way that could really hamper economic growth within our region, as that threat actually is.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
This big weekend, bring all your family and all your friends. Don't be foolish, you got the plan, cause I'm bringing Dolly, Doocy and Dan. Don't be pusillanimous, you got to go and get your tickets at all the bus offices. AgriFest 2016, a raffle amount of entertainment, a humongous amount of agricultural projects. AgriFest for you, AgriFest for me. AgriFest.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper, only $2.25. Miss, get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados today on my phone, and I just get my news for free. What do she?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
Secure your future, be financially strong.
To news from the region, the polls are closed and the tally is on the way. Jamaicans should in a few hours know who will run the affairs of the country for the next 5 years. So far, there have been no reports of violence as voters went about exercising their franchise at polling stations across the country. 152 candidates are contesting 63 seats in the country's parliament, with the leaders of both major parties, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and Andrew Holness, predicting a win from today's general elections. On the international scene, the United Nations Human Rights Office says it is very concerned about security measures put in place by 5 countries in Europe to deal with migrants. According to the office, the countries, namely Austria, Croatia, the former Yugoslavia Republic of Macedonia, Serbia and Slovenia, appear to authorize profiling people and are limiting the entry of migrants traveling along the Balkan land routes. UN rights spokesman Rupert Colville is calling for the countries to undertake measures that are compatible with their human rights obligations.
We're very concerned now with the results of this policy of the 5 countries' police forces and the content of the agreement as well. Basically, it seems to be resulting already now in chain deportations back down the line of countries towards Greece, without proper procedures to find out whether or not they're refugees, who they are, etc. It's really important these 5 police forces, and indeed the countries, the governments, need to abide by international law for the protection of the human rights of everyone, and that includes both refugees and migrants. The High Commissioner is urging these 5 countries to rethink this agreement that their police forces drew up among themselves a week or so ago. It needs to be brought into line with international law and indeed EU law.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.